Mackenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your May 30th, your Memorial Day cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by AgRisk Advisors. They manage your risk so you can manage your operation. With the weather being unstable, there is no better time to look into coverage for your feed crops. The annual forage deadline is right around the corner. With their state-of-the-art technology and second-to-none customer service, you can be confident that your policy is in good hands. AgRisk Advisors, risks averted, legacies preserved. We are also sponsored by American Beef Producer Magazine. They are doing their part to promote nutritionally wholesome beef through their Real Beef Made from Plants campaign. Through this campaign, they are reminding the general public that beef is already made from plants. It is not some fake product sitting on a grocery store shelf, packed with chemicals and an ingredients list a mile long. They're doing this by selling t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and stickers promoting beef. I encourage you all to check out what they have to offer. Head on over to realbeef.shop. American Beef Producer Magazine, guiding beef producers for over 25 years. And finally, Circle 5 Cow School. If you're wanting to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is definitely the way to go. Almost every week, they are hosting classes somewhere between Texas and Tennessee. If you would like to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That is the number 5 in there, or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. Drovers has reported last week the USDA announced they will be making $200 million available to create a new processing capacity expansion program. $25 million of these funds will go towards workforce training under the Meat and Poultry Intermediary Lending Program. The purpose of these funds is to provide financing for independent meat and poultry processors to start up or expand operations. Additionally, the program is expected to create opportunities for small businesses and entrepreneurs in rural communities. The program will provide grants of up to $15 million to qualifying recipients, and those qualifying recipients include private nonprofits, cooperatives, public agencies, and tribal agencies. These middlemen, the qualifying recipients, will then use the grants to establish a revolving loan fund to finance a variety of activities relating to meat and poultry processing. The announcement of these funds is the third of its kind that we have seen in the past 7 months. In November of last year, Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack announced the investment of $32 million in grants awarded to 167 meat and poultry slaughter and processing facilities to support expanded capacity and efficiency through the Meat and Poultry Inspection Readiness Grant Program. Then in January, the Biden administration announced it will spend $1 billion in American Rescue Funds to expand independent meat processing capacity as part of a broader initiative to break up the meat packer monopoly. On top of all of this, USDA also announced new proposed poultry regulations. The agency unveiled a proposed rule under the P&S Act, which they claim will protect poultry growers from abuse and create more transparency around how farmers are paid. The rule would require poultry processors such as Tyson Foods and Pilgrim's Pride to disclose compensation information for chicken farmers who are paid under the so-called tournament systems. And in case you are unaware, these tournament systems pit farmers against one another to determine payment. And if you want a clear picture of how these tournament systems work within the poultry industry and just how the poultry industry got to where it is today, vertically integrated, I encourage you all to read The Meat Racket. That is a phenomenal book that gives you a glimpse into the hell that the poultry industry has become since it has become vertically integrated. USDA also announced they will now begin gathering information on these tournament systems. The agency is hoping to gather feedback to determine if the tournament systems that control poultry producers' lives are fair or if they need to be restricted or modernized. In response to this news, the National Chicken Council said the proposed rules would do nothing to lower food prices, increase competition, or reduce inflation, all of which the Biden administration is hoping to do. The group said raising chickens under contract is a reliable source of income for farmers. This supposable solution is actually searching for a problem, according to the National Chicken Council's president, Mike Brown. Brown said the tournament systems for which chicken growers are paid is literally the definition of competition. This update is also sponsored by 4T Ag Insurance, your go-to contractor for ag insurance. The folks at 4T Ag are dedicated to providing you with insight, information, and alternative risk solutions custom fit to your business and personal needs. They offer both crop and drought insurance, and they offer LRPs on both fed and feeder cattle. If you'd like more information, head on over to their website, www.4tag.net. That is number 4tag.net. KBNB News Center 1 out of Rapid City, South Dakota, has reported that last Friday, plans were announced for a $1.1 billion processing facility to be built just south of Rapid City. The 1 million square foot facility will process both beef and bison. The plant will process approximately 8,000 head per day and bring 2,500 jobs to the area. The facility will focus on bringing in and developing new technologies in robotics and artificial intelligence that will make processing easier, safer, and more efficient. These new technologies will produce a more consistent end product. Also, on the topic of new processing plants, Drovers has reported that the Amarillo, Texas City Council unanimously approved incentives for Producer-Owned Beef, LLC, to build a new packing facility in the city. According to Kevin Carter, CEO of Amarillo's Economic Development Corporation, the plant is expected to create an estimated $650 million in estimated capital improvements and employ 1,600 workers with an estimated $75 million payroll. Carter also said the project could bring $7 billion in economic impact to Amarillo over the next 20 years. The plant is expected to be operational by 2025. Finally, National Beef Wire has reported that in 2020, chicken led the way for the most produced meat in the world, followed by pork and beef. Chicken, pork, and beef together accounted for about 88% of the meat produced in the world that year, and the world produced a whopping 740 billion pounds of meat back in 2020. That is all I have for you guys this morning for news. I hope you all are having a great weekend, whether you're working, whether you're out on the lake, spending time with family and friends. Just remember to slow down and enjoy this Memorial Day weekend and remind yourself the reason for this holiday, to remember all those that paid the ultimate price so we can be free and live in this great country and enjoy this life that we get to live. We all need to remember that Arlington National Cemetery is 624 acres of why we're still free. That's all I've got. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.